Yeah, we're flipping hair. And thanks for the lotion. All right. Look. Oh, my goodness. I am so excited. First, let me say welcome to you. Welcome back to the Odyssey Kitchen. I'm Carol Daniel from KMOX, and we are so grateful for AARP Missouri for partnering with us in Cooking for Two. We have had lots of chefs come through here, but none like tonight's guest. Tonight, I am joined by, do you recognize this face? I am joined by Hall of Famer, Cardinal legend, Cardinal great, Ozzie Smith is cooking tonight.
Hey, who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew?
Finally.
And the finally is due to his beautiful fiance, Yolanda Lankford.
Thank you.
Who is the co-host of Own Your Now show on the network. That's network. I love the show.
Thank you so much.
I watch it in my car. I send it through the audio system, and I listen to it and watch it while I'm driving to work every morning.
I appreciate you. And coming from you, that is an honor.
You guys do a great job.
Thank you so much.
Really inspiring and motivating. So, Ozzie, what are we making tonight?
Well, they like my fried chicken.
Yes,
and I'm from Mobile, Alabama, and stuff. So, my mom, I just watched my mom and learn how to do it, and now kind of do my own thing.
So it is Ozzie's fried chicken. That's what Ozzie calls it. But let's turn on over here to find out what Yolanda Lankford calls it. Did you learned this tonight?
Oh yeah, I did.
I love being a part of breaking news.
Okay.
Yes.
Yolanda, what do you call the fried chicken?
It is called first date fried chicken. And let me tell you, Carol, I call it that because the first date, he says, well, I'll cook dinner for you. So, of course, I thought I was going to have steak and potato, some candlelight. This young man cooked fried chicken, candied yams, and some collard greens with fresh cornbread. So, hey, I was hooked from there.
So we shall forever call this first date fried chicken. But if you're doing trivia, it's Ozzie Smith's fried chicken.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Ozzie, how long have you been cooking? You said you just watch your mom.
Yeah, I've been cooking. I used to get up in the mornings and cook breakfast for my mom, and my mom worked all the time, So as a good son, I'd get up and cook her breakfast. So I've been doing it all my life.
Well, we have some other things to announce today, as well as learning that you were a good son. We probably all knew that because you were a good person and a good man on the field, on and off the field. But I know that you announced this morning on KMOX a very special event that celebrates the 1982 World Series champion St. Louis Cardinals, of which, of course, you were on that team.
Can you believe it's been 40 years?
Cannot believe it.
It's been 40 years. And, for a long time, I've wanted to try and get everybody back together. And it just so happens that we're honoring the 1982 World Championship team this year. And I thought it would be a good idea to get all the guys back together, especially infield. And this infield, I think, was one of the best ever assembled. Certainly from the standpoint of first base with Keith Hernandez over there, Tommy Hurd second base, and Ken Oberkfell. And I know we have a good infield here now, but we were pretty good too.
Yeah. They were pretty good in 1982. I will tell you my 1982 story is I am at Mizzou at the time, and the night the game was clinched, I came out to my car and I could hear the celebration outside of my apartment complex, and someone in their wisdom and their joy put a trash can on top of my car. I don't know how that represented thrill. I don't know.
It wasn't a thrill for you.
It wasn't a thrill for me. I had to somehow get that trash can down off my car. But speaking of thrill, I listened to that call, and we've all heard it a great deal. The great Jack Buck. And he called it a thrilling moment that night.
It was, and for him, that was the only World Series winner that he was able to call, So I can remember it like it was yesterday. Bruce Sutter, who threw a split finger a lot, relied on a split finger, but he threw his 85-mile-an-hour fastball right by Gorman Thomas, who was a power hitter. So it was a great moment.
I love it. You know what else I remember, Yolanda, is at the time he had this dark beard.
Oh, yes.
He had a dark beard.
Yes. Well, you know what? He's still so very handsome. If I say so myself.
Say it, girl.
I say he's so very handsome with his new silver and black hair.
I cut it off this morning.
You did?
I had a little
because
silver.
the last time I saw you guys at Mike Claiborne's Hall of Fame party, you had your beard.
I did. Yeah, I cut it this morning. I was going on television, so
Is that what it's about?
I had to clean up.
All right. Well, you look great. Yolanda's right. We agree with Yolanda that Ozzie is handsome. So we're making the first date fried chicken. These are thighs. They're not wings, people.
right.
Do you always
We
do
alternate.
thighs?
No,
Okay.
we alternate.
Oh, you alternate.
My
Okay.
grandbaby loves the wings, so well, she loves the chicken, but it's easier for her with the wings. But these grown-ups, they like
We like the juicy thighs.
Girls,
yes.
do we like
They
that?
are juicy.
That is my favorite cut, is the thigh. It
Thigh,
actually
okay.
is. And so what did you ask me when I was going to get the chicken? What did you say?
The first thing is very important is to wash the chicken very good. Wash it and dry it.
Okay.
And that way the seasoning. And the one thing that when I have fried chicken out, I don't think they season it enough. And I think you gotta be able to put
Liberal.
some liberal. Yes, you
with
gotta be liberal with it. And
Don't be afraid.
don't be afraid to put it on there, and because that's what's going to give it the taste and the flavor.
And talk to me about the seasonings you have. I know I see pepper and salt.
And I keep it real simple. And I tell people this, and I do this with ribs too.
Ooh.
And my
Fried
son,
ribs.
fried ribs sometimes, but on the grill, on the grill. She say fried ribs, but we do them on the grill as well.
Okay.
But I try and keep it real simple. And I ask people, is it the meat or the sauce? And with the way that I do it, it's certainly the meat. hey, because
I felt all kind of attitude.
Yeah. Step back and tell me that information.
He did. Like you had a note. You had a note there. Okay.
But no, I try and keep it real simple. And I have salt.
Mm-hmm.
I have granulated garlic.
Okay.
And black pepper.
That is simple.
That's all you need.
That is simple.
And then we'll flip that in some flour.
Okay.
And then we'll drop it in the grease.
Okay. Do we want to do this? We're going to do this.
Well, I'll do this here now.
We have washed our hands.
We've washed our
They
hands.
have. I did not. So I'm
Everything's
not.
clean.
A fork if you would like me to, so you can flip it.
I'll get you a fork. You stand and look good next to him. I will grab the fork so we can flip it. That is my job. I'm bringing the fork.
And like you said, be liberal with
That's
your
right.
seasoning.
With your seasoning, make sure it goes through.
You got your pepper.
Pepper.
My one job.
All
And
right.
you did it so well.
My one job. I'm presenting the fork to Hall of Famer Ozzie Smith. I love it that you're going to have Joe Buck that night of the celebration.
Joe
the 40th
Buck, and
annual.
back then Joe was running around. He was one of those little kids running around on the field,
Right.
all the time and playing catch with the guys too. So
Oh my goodness.
it's and Whitey's going to be there as well.
Whitey Herzog.
Yeah, it's going to be a part of it, and so it should be a real fun evening.
I have to tell you, that is a lot.
That's what people say. When you watch him do it, they say, well, that seems like a lot, but I promise you, that's the flavor. That's what makes this chicken a little bit different. The fact that he, washes it, he pats it dry, and then he seasons it thoroughly on both sides.
On both sides.
Some people will only season it on one side. You have to season it on both sides.
That's the secret.
Now, I heard, and I heard it, and I said it live on KMOX, that because you've been on the air with us before, that you're working on a cookbook. Is that still true?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's still true. It's every time we start talking about it, we have a faux cookbook that we're writing recipes in and all the ingredients. And I would tell you the name. We already have a name for it.
Okay.
But it is coming. It is coming.
All right. Okay. So you're not going to tell us the name yet, but
No.
it is definitely coming.
Yes, and it'll have all the recipes that he cooks for us, his family. He cooks those candied yams. He cooks the greens. He has a mean skillet potato with a lot of onions. So it's a lot of home cooked style meals that he cooks for us.
This Hall of Famer.
This Hall of Famer, yes.
This man who used to do backflips.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I just love it.
I always say his recipes can make you do a backflip. They're recipes you can flip for.
All right, recipes you can flip for. Because I don't know if it's going to make me do a backflip tonight.
Well, hold on. I'm going to do my best. Hold on.
Okay.
All right,
but do your
see the
best.
attitude. Do you
Okay.
see
He definitely has
the
attitude
Hall
about
of
it.
Famer is gonna-
Come on.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Here comes
But but then what I do is I take flour, and I'd say 2 cups of flour. And you put the chicken in.
And it's the flour season, but you've already
No,
seasoned you've already seasoned the meat.
The meat is already seasoned.
Okay.
So we'll drop this in here.
Do you cook every day?
Well, one of us cooks every day.
One of us cooks every day.
Home
I tell
cooked
people
meals.
We don't
90%
go
of the time.
Yeah.
And if he cooks the meat, I'll cook the sides. And if I cook the sides, he'll cook the meat.
What
Yeah.
partnership this is?
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
And so
Here we go.
I make sure
And the
this is
shake.
covered.
Oh, there it is right there.
Yeah.
There it is right there. Can I tell you that, first of all, I was so thrilled that you all were going to come on our Cooking for Two segment. And then we asked, well, what is Ozzie going to cook? Because it did not matter. It didn't matter what you were going to cook. We were going to say yes.
Yeah.
But when you said fried chicken, I got both thrilled and a little nervous because I have never been able to fry chicken well. So I've only done it probably twice in my life.
Okay, well,
My mother fries chicken well, but I never did. So
Okay.
I'm so excited.
And I must tell you, he fries chicken better than I do. So I let him do the
Well,
frying.
Yeah.
Well, let's
So let's
let
go
him.
over.
We're going to go over. Sam, our cameraman's going to follow us. Now, the other thing you said to me, you asked me if we had a thermometer.
Yeah, I
Because you
think
wanna
the
measure
grease
that
has,
oil,
yeah,
the
the
heat of the
grease
oil.
has to be at least 250 degrees.
At least 250.
That's
Okay.
important.
That's
The oil
it's
temperature is
very,
very
very
important.
important. Now, this was on before I got here, and it was kind of smoking. And
Right.
stuff,
It was too
so,
hot.
Yes. So I'm
So
assuming that.
you want tongs?
Yes, tongs. So I'm assuming that this is going to be all right, and I'll be able to tell.
But normally you would use your thermometer to make sure that the
Make
oil
sure
is the right
It's the
temperature.
right temperature. You see how that starts to boil right
Get
there?
in there, Sam. Sam is in there. See that?
Get
Oh,
in there.
man.
Get in there, Sam.
That looks like
Sam,
the right kind of boil
Get
on the
in
oil.
there on the oil.
Oh,
does
my
that
God.
crisp on
It's
the
going to
chicken?
crisp. It's going to crisp the chicken.
And that is why you wash it and certainly dry it.
Dry
That
it,
will get that
yes.
crisp on the chicken.
Yes.
I learned that by watching other chefs. I don't do it.
And then what I do, if you can take that,
I can
Carol,
take that absolutely.
and this is very important as well, is to make sure you move it around, so that it's not.
Okay.
And the reason that I was talking about not having it too hot, you don't want it to cook too quick because you want it to cook all the way through.
All the way through. Okay.
And stuff. So I'm gonna probably move it around here a little bit more because this was extremely hot.
It was.
And
And even at the right temperature, you would still move it around.
I would
Yes.
still move
Okay.
it around so that it cooks evenly.
I hear so much about not overcrowding.
Yes. Well, here again, it's going to be, when this is done, because of the heat, when you bite into it, it's juicy.
All right.
It's gonna-
Okay, more attitude.
Yes,
it's gonna
more
be
attitude,
juicy.
Yolanda.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm going to start calling it the chicken with attitude.
Chicken,
Yeah.
yeah. It's got three
Yeah.
names now.
But, when we get done here, it should be a pretty golden brown and ready to serve up.
Ready to serve. You know
Yeah.
what? It actually is ready to serve because
Just
you blessed us
magic.
and made some beforehand. So we are going to let this cook, and it is in the lower level, and it's not hot, so you can just pull that out of there. Now let's walk on over. Let's walk back on over. We're going to move this dirty plate out of the way.
I'll get that. I'll help you
Thank
out
you,
here.
ma'am.
There you go.
Okay. I'm gonna need
And
y'all to
we have
get
some-
out your
some testers and
cell phones.
take a look.
Now, is it golden brown? I
And-
want
It
it
is.
And I'm going to run
golden
back
brown.
over here and
Run
make
back
sure
over
that
there.
this
He's
is
gonna run back
okay.
over to the oven and move that chicken around.
Yes, indeed.
You know, the professional eaters that I know, Yolanda,
Yes.
would have already identified, like perhaps that little piece right there,
Absolutely.
that skin has fried up, that it's just right and crispy. Or maybe that piece right there. The professional eaters already know
Yes, indeedy.
where the first bite is going to go.
That's right. So, you take a bite and tell me what you think.
Am I?
All
You're
for
the
you.
test. All
for
It's
you.
all for you.
Oh, is it all for me? So I'm
Yes.
going to do that. See, look at that. Did you miss the crisp? I'm just taking that little bit of. I love a.
Crispy piece of chicken.
Oh, do I need a plate?
You
No.
don't need one. You don't want
I suppose I need a plate.
No.
Just the skin alone. Now you know when the skin. Here we are. I'm not backflipping.
When the skin, and
The skin is
I
good.
see Julie's getting utensils over here.
Judith has
But
got
let me
it.
tell you something
Chicken
about
is a
eating
finger
chicken.
food.
Chicken is a finger food.
Yeah, we're not. I don't know. She did that just because it looked good,
Because it
Yes,
looks
and that's
good.
all right. That's all right.
Go.
She's helpful. Okay, here we go into
Go-
the meat because
go
the
ahead.
skin already delicious. Now look. You see that shine right
That's
there?
dark
Yes,
meat.
that's the
Yes.
Look at that juice. Look at that. That is delicious right there. Mm.
Well, she backed away a little bit. And when they start to rocking, that means it's good.
You see my foot back there?
No.
Sam, you see my foot back there? Oh,
Go ahead and get
don't
your
let it
foot.
kick you. Look at that.
Is it good? that first date chicken. He got me.
Don't have me choke on this
Oh,
first date chicken up in here.
So
It is so flavorful.
it's important, and it's the simplicity of it too. You know, it's not a whole lot of things. Now you can jazz it up a little bit.
Mhm.
You can maybe use a little Lorry salt
Don't need to.
seasoning.
You don't need to.
You don't need to.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
yeah, some people need
Speak
ketchup,
for
some
itself.
need a little
Hot
sauce,
sauce.
but I like mine hot out the grease
Grease.
onto my plate,
Mm.
smoking a little bit, and I love the crisp. And I have to tell myself, so the story is at our house that if there's an extra piece, I go and pick all the crisp out.
What?
What?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love
Right.
it. I love it. I love it. I
You're
truly
not
love the
right.
crisp. I'm not right, but I love it.
Ozzie Smith.
Yeah. Well,
Like you,
Just one of
you
the
a
things.
phenomenal baseball player.
I was
You
all right.
you were all right.
I
Is
was
that
all
what,
right.
that's what you're saying?
I was all right.
You brought so much joy. We were at your very last game.
Mm-hmm.
My husband and I and our son at the time. We have two now, but we were at your very last game. I started to wear the hat,
Uh-huh.
but it's one of those caps that my husband bought that still has a
It had
tag on it. That,
Wow.
that
Yeah,
cannot
okay.
be worn.
Oh, wow.
Or the collector's item. Phenomenal
Yeah.
player. Thrilled St. Louis audiences. But baby, Ozzie got a whole nother talent we knew nothing about. But thank you, AARP. Now we do.
There you go.
Now we do.
AARP.
You got to get that. You got to get that cookbook
It's
out.
coming.
It's
It's
coming.
coming.
Could you
Yeah,
hurry
it's
up,
coming.
please?
Yeah. My son, you know, he's pretty creative too. And
Your son, the singer?
no, the second one,
Okay.
Dustin, has come up with some great names for the things that I
Told you
cook.
we've been working on it.
Mhm.
So we're working on it. We're working on it.
And then I have to tell you this: our grandbaby
Mm-hmm.
also cooks.
The 5-year-old?
The 5-year-old.
The 5-year-old?
Yes, indeed.
Mhm.
She is Thanksgiving. She injected the turkey herself.
She helped it. She helped me
Y'all better stop.
inject
Yes.
it. But Dustin, her father, went to Culinaire.
Well, there you go.
So you know
It's in the blood.
he's very foo-foo. You know, he's foo-foo. I go, he's foo-foo and stuff. But you know, it's just one of the things that's kind of ran in the family, and we have cook-offs.
We have cook, but they dance before the cook-off.
Oh,
They
they have a
have
whole
a
leg
full
going up
dance.
like
Oh, no, it's
My
a
leg is going up.
full-blown dance before the cook-off.
I know you to be, it's in your DNA to be an inspiring, motivating woman, and that is what Own Your Now is all about. Tell us about Own Your Now.
Own Your Now is a show that that's what we do. We want to inspire people. We want to empower them. We want to give them positive resources. We're on Monday through Friday. Every day we come with something good for your soul. So, and along with Tracy Berry McGee, the host, every day we try to just bring something to the community.
I love it, and I've been on the show, blessed
Yes.
to be on your show before, and you always ask each guest what they're sipping on.
Yes, indeed. What's in your cup?
What's in your cup?
What's in your cup?
And is the idea of that one's cup runs over?
Yes, and you know that we call that sipping off the sauces.
Sipping on. Now, so what that means?
The overflow.
The overflow.
The overflow.
So you fill your cup.
Yes. And so
We
the
getting ready to
overflow-
preach.
Well, yeah, you're preaching.
Fill your cup
Yes,
first.
yes, yes.
And the overflow
It's for everyone.
is for everybody
You're
else.
doing so well.
Lord,
You're
help
sipping
me.
off the sauce.
I got this good chicken. I got a word.
Yes, indeed.
I got Ozzie. I got Yolanda. I have AARP, who does so many incredible things for the community.
Yes, indeed.
Fill your cup first.
Yes, fill your cup first. You know, put that mask on your face first,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can help someone else. And we just try to put that message out there every day through everyday people.
Right, right.
Someone they don't have to be famous like the young man to your
Like the
left.
young man over here.
However,
Mhm.
everyone is important. Everyone has something that they can give to the community.
Everyone has
Give them that
impact.
opportunity.
Yes,
indeed.
everyone can have
Yes,
impact.
indeed.
And has that been difficult as you are a famous person? I'm sure that people look at you. Look at you. I'm sure
He's
that
blushing.
people pull on you. They want something from you all the time.
Well, you know, I think that what it is when you find positive people,
Mhm.
the people that are doing positive things, people try and get some of that energy.
Yes.
Yes.
So to those that much is given, much is expected.
My favorite scripture: "To whom much is given, much is required."
Much is required.
Mhm,
So either you embrace it
Right.
or you fight it. I find it easier to embrace it.
Indeed.
and stuff. And I love this community, the people here, and people ask me, why do we still live here?
Because you could have moved.
That's right. We live here because of the people.
Yes.
And I want to be proud of the place that I call home.
Yeah. Well, we're proud of you.
Well, thank you.
Been proud of you for a very, very long time.
Thank you.
And now we're even more proud because the man can cook. That'll preach right there too.
Yes.
A man who can cook.
Yes, indeed. Got my heart.
First date chicken.
Yes, indeed.
I think that has to go into the cookbook.
Well,
Can we not call it
well,
obvious?
she just called it. This is the first time I heard of it tonight.
Well, I had to let the secret out. I had to let the secret out.
Yeah.
All right. So the chicken over there is still frying.
Yes, let me get over here.
Get over there and mix that up. I just love it that it was so simple. So we have this recipe. It is on the Facebook page. It's called Ozzie Fried Chicken. Ozzie Smith, Hall of Famer. But it's first date chicken.
First date chicken. And if someone's on a first date, you fry this chicken. Don't blame me. What happens next?
Well, you want it to be real. You want it to be good.
Yes.
All right. Tell us. Tickets are available to the 40th anniversary celebration of the 1982 World Series champions.
Yes, the tickets are at OzzieandFriends.com.
Okay.
They're $100, and the date again is February 17th at 7 o'clock at Ballpark Village.
Oh,
And
at
the
Ballpark
proceeds go to PGA Reach, and PGA Reach is a program that I became president of 12 years ago. Growing up in Southern California, I was never exposed to the game of golf, and not only the game, but the business of golf.
Right. Right.
And for most of African American kids, it's all about baseball, basketball, or football. This gives them an alternative. And I think a lot of the young kids here in North St. Louis now are being exposed to it. One of the other avenues that we have 3 pillars, one being the youth, the second being the military, the vets,
Okay.
and then it's total inclusion. So we're trying to include everybody in the things that we do, but I'm very excited about the fact that we are now getting more vets involved because they're shut-ins.
Right. Right.
And so now it's kind of giving them their life back. They have
Wonderful.
something to do, and that's been very, very important. So the main purpose as we started was the youth, but now we've been able to bring some of the veterans back and give them something to live for.
Ozzie Smith could be on the beach somewhere and probably occasionally is on the beach somewhere, as you surely deserve. But you could be truly, truly retired and just enjoying the fruits of your labor. But instead, you are continuing to give back. And we're so grateful for the decision you've made to give back.
Well, that credit goes to Marvella. That was my mom, and she always stressed the importance of giving back. And it's one of the greatest talents that you can have is the ability to give back. And I've been very blessed to have had the opportunity to create memories for people that last a lifetime. And that's a real blessing. And I take it to heart.
Quick Cardinals question, 1 or 2. And that is our new manager. What are your thoughts about Ollie?
I didn't know Ollie as well as I knew Mike Schilt. I had a chance to spend a lot more time with Mike Schilt. So this is a new experience for me as well. It's it's going to be interesting watching how Ollie goes about his job. I think he's being handed a very talented ball club, and hopefully he can bring out what we saw the last 2 weeks of the season. That 17-game winning streak was really something
so
special.
exciting.
It was
so
exciting, and that's the first time that they've won 17 in a row, and in 45, 50 years.
Decades.
So it's going to be an exciting year once they get back.
Once they get back.
Yes.
I'm very transparent, and there are some people that cannot talk about the Major League Baseball lockout, and Ozzie is one of them, but just with slight mention there of what you hope will happen.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that they get things worked out and we can get the season, get it back on track and have an exciting season.
That's what we want. And we want, as Jack Buck said at the end of the 1982 World Series, that's a winner. Do you remember the people running onto the field, by the way?
It was crazy.
When that happened, it does happen in some sports. But
when that happens, we're getting out of there ourselves. We're heading.
You don't know who's coming
that's
your
right.
way.
You never know. I knew people were excited, but you never know.
Well, I think Jack Buck said in that final call, That's winner, World Series winner, and fans are coming. I can't do a Jack Buck.
Yeah.
Fans are coming up
Coming
onto
on the field. They're
They
all
really
over the
shouldn't
field.
do that, and they probably won't be there
They're
long.
long. But it was too many for
Too
for
many.
them.
It was too many.
It was they came over the walls. It was crazy.
It
was
happened in an
exciting time.
instant.
Yes, it
Yeah,
did.
in a flash.
Yes, it did.
Again, OzzieandFriends.com.
OzzieandFriends.com.
Where to get the tickets.
Mhm.
All right. And
Right.
Joe Buck is MC of that event, so you know it's going to be great.
It's going to be good. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Ozzie,
All right.
for the
Thank you,
fried
Carol.
chicken. Thank you, Yolanda, for the word. You know, we like to preach when we get together. We're just like that. He's going back over to the stove. He's going to check his chicken, and I'm going to finish eating this. Just some housekeeping. This is our last cooking for 2 of the year. We hope you can have a beautiful holiday season. My wish always, because I have been in situations where I didn't have peace, where some things are going on and it's very difficult. And I didn't have peace. And so now that I have it and joy, I do hope that for all of you, peace and joy. Peace that the world didn't give it.
And the world can't take it.
Come on now. We apparently need to take this on the road. Yes, we do. So my friends, go to aarp.org/St. Louis. There is so much. I think I got a card in the mail recently of a Nutcracker performance that Joffrey Ballet Nutcracker performance that AARP's partnering with that you can watch online. They do all kinds of great things in this community. They want you to live a life that you are proud of, an active life. And one way to do that is to partner and to learn at aarp.org/St. Louis. Ozzie Smith, thank you. We love you forever.
Thank you.
Love
Carol.
you
Thank
forever. Yolanda, thank you so much. Thank you, because she's the reason that this happened. Let me tell you that. Let me just tell you that. She's the reason that First Date Fried Chicken happened tonight on AARP. Thank you all. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to each and every one of you. And make sure that you go to aarp.org/St. Louis and learn about all that they have to offer us in the St. Louis region. Take care.
Merry Christmas.